And welcome back to the 21st Underwater Hockey World Championships. Getting set for our next match here is the USA Masters Women versus New Zealand Masters Women. Joined by my co-host here today, Agnes de Bruyne. How you doing, Agnes?
I'm doing well, Daryl. Good to see you again.
Yes.
It's
Seems we've been here a couple of times today.
Yeah. Yep. It's been a long day already, and there's still several more games to go.
All right.
So yeah, today here in Gold Coast, Australia, in our lovely venue, and we've got about a minute and a half to start this game. Should we go through the roster or?
Yes, so if you want to go ahead with USA, I'll introduce New Zealand. So for the US.
For USA, I'm not sure who's sitting out, but we have number 2, Elaine, number 3, Katrina, number 4, Rachel, number 5, Tulin, number 6, Ellen, number 7, Nicole, number 8, Gia, number 9, Carolyn, number 10, Bevan, 11, Katie, and 13 is Kat.
All right, and for New Zealand, I'm going to try not to mess up these names too much. It's Julia Shimon, number 2. Number 3 is Jenny Catran. Number 4, Kate Devaney. Number 5, Lisa McCosh. Number 6, Bridget Cassidy, the captain. Number 7, Jane Fahey. Number 8, Jane Nevin Wolf. Number 9, Ing Van Dalen Van Ayers, I believe that is. Number 10, Angela Whitman. Number 11, Zoe Firth. Number 12, formerly from U.S., Kelsey Miller. And number 13, Rebecca Brosnan.
Okay, and it looks like we are ready to start here.
Yeah, with about 15 seconds left. This should be a good match, and looking forward to seeing these two teams go at it once more again.
All right. And this is the second time these teams have played each other. The first time New Zealand, I think the score was like 7 or 8 to 3. It was the first game that USA played, and so they were getting the rust out. And I think this might be a pretty different game. And USA playing white, and New Zealand playing in the dark, black.
All right, well, let's see how these teams do after playing each other already once, and we'll see if there's any new strategies between the two. U.S., of course, I've played with and coached a number of these players, so I know a number of them well, and that's going to be obstruction this time against the U.S. for the first advantage puck of the match. So New Zealand in good pool position here to strike at the U.S. early in the match. We'll see how they adapt here.
Okay, New Zealand just putting a lot of early pressure on.
Through. The U.S. does well, though, to hold that advantage puck away from the center.
Driven out. Nice job, USA.
Yeah, good job pushing it all the way out to the corner. And they get it along the wall and start the breakout. New Zealand tries to stop that, though, and they regain possession. Nice pass back by the U.S. Good reset, just waiting for some help from the backfield, and they make a nice little flick up, but intercepted. And New Zealand with possession again. New Zealand trying to get it off the wall channel. U.S. seems to be happy playing over there while they're in their zone. And now they start to cut across here. And got to swim hard and kick the U.S. defender.
Nice job getting it over to the other side, and what a nice follow through there by Elaine.
Number 2, that's Elaine Willoughby there. She drives it all the way out. Good read on that offside wing or halfback position.
And there's Captain Rachel Carrington.
Nice job, Rachel. Number 10, Bevan McWilliams, new to the Masters Women team there. Holding it up on the wall, but a stick infringement call will give New Zealand the advantage again there. A good mix of returning Masters women players to this team, as well as a couple of new faces. It's always nice to get some new players. Somebody stuck in between the legs of the New Zealand player there. There was a bit of obstruction. And
and nice pass, and just pushed on in. I'm pretty sure that was.
And we're just going to go back for a quick second and look at that replay if we can briefly on the advantage puck. Not sure if we have it on our camera here or not. We'll see if we can get that. Kate Devaney scoring the goal. And it looks like we don't have it on this play here, so we'll have to try and pick that one up again later on. All right, so they get set to go again here on the restart. And they push it right out to the corridor here. Good job by the U.S. holding them to the outside.
Another push by Elaine. Back on the wall. And a call. Believe that will be against the U.S. Yes.
Yeah, and a call against New Zealand this time as the U.S. was making a good charge there.
Oh, it is against New Zealand, correct.
All right, and so the U.S. starts the drive down there along the wall channel. As they try to cycle it off the wall, New Zealand just shuts that down. Good job by number 2, Elaine Willoughby again on that wing position there on the backside. And it's going to be a gloving call against New Zealand.
Nice job, USA, working your way through there, and a nice pass by Ellen.
Ellen Soleil
and will it go through?
Here's a good
Hard
push.
drive by Ellen, but didn't quite make it through. Good defense
push, got it
by
down to
New
that
Zealand.
corner. Just couldn't quite finish that there.
And
good fight on the wall by Katie Conrath there, yes.
And a call.
And no call.
Oh, no, that's right.
I heard the other court, I think, again,
yeah,
right?
Well, I did too. I was just commentating in the other court, and that sound.
All right, and that was a big pick by New Zealand as they push it down to the corner of the trough and race in. So the little mess up on the buzzer, I believe, caught everybody off guard, or caught a couple people off guard, and that just started the push for New Zealand there, and they were able to finish that off.
And I know USA played Canada this morning in the other pool, so yeah, there's. It's a silly mistake that we all make. Going off the wrong buzzer, and when you have more than one playing area, it's an unfortunate fact, and oh my gosh, as a player, it is so frustrating when that happens.
Yes, exactly. All right, so here we go to the strike. New Zealand getting there first. That's Kelsey Miller, the lefty there, passing it off to the side. And USA regains possession. I believe that's Carolyn Erdman there holding it up on the wall.
And a hard push.
New Zealand trying to shuffle it through the middle again,
both teams
but US picks that up.
Popping it around, but need to keep possession there.
That's Kelsey Miller driving again for New Zealand, and she gets some help coming through, but the puck gets shuffled out, and New Zealand picks that back up.
And nice clear there, but
nice clear by Katie Conrath, but she couldn't get it far enough and didn't have the help on the backside. We'll see if we can get the replay on that one possibly as they came through. Not sure if we have that on our replay cam or not. It doesn't look like we do, unfortunately, so we'll go back to our surface cam. And it looks like with that, they're going to take a timeout for the moment.
USA taking a timeout.
Yeah, goal by number 12, Kelsey Miller. She
slow
punched
things down a little bit.
So U.S. with their first time out there. New Zealand now up 2-0 in the first half. The U.S. playing well so far in the first half, though, here. Just a couple of small changes possibly needed to be made. Coach Juan Sevillano going to have a chat with them and see if he can make a couple of quick adjustments here. We'll see how that works out after the timeout.
Yep, New Zealand again playing with, taking very good advantage of the holes, any holes that USA leaves. So USA has to be super careful not to leave any gaps in their play, because New Zealand will surely take advantage of those.
All right, so both teams fighting now along the far wall, but New Zealand strips that off and throws it back to middle, and we have a call on the play.
And looks like advantage to USA. A stick infringement on New Zealand.
Yeah, it's good time for an advantage for the U.S. now. And they're in good pool position here over the halfway point. We'll see if they can push a little further down. Nice flick by, I believe that was
and
Kat Kurtz there, number 13.
Encroachment.
And it's a false start. Oh.
Encroachment on New Zealand and advantage to USA. And next time, if New Zealand does that again, they're going to lose a player for a minute.
Exactly. So that's a good thing for the U.S. in this situation. Here we go with a big flick in. And they get it through. Now can the forwards finish the job? No, as New Zealand shoots it to the outside.
And New Zealand doing a nice job spreading out the USA, but looks like Elaine there.
Good job picking
Elaine,
that back up with support.
Playing right into that. And Bevan trying to hang on to the puck and getting some help.
Yep,
nice
got
job.
Some help. Good job by the attack on the U.S., holding it there in the corner. Helen Soleil coming in to shore up the defense. And a pick by Rachel Carrington as it got swept around the backside of her. New Zealand picks that back up and pushes out. They
and
slide
New Zealand
it back.
in with the numbers there. That was
they definitely had the numbers on the bottom. Oh, and they choose to come right back in the pack, and it worked for
right through.
Right
that was
through
a
the middle
nice
of them.
play.
There was
Keep the
just
legs
enough
going.
room. But at this point, there was nobody there to pick up that puck initially.
Yeah,
okay, and there we have the call on the play. Obstruction. Somebody's going for a minute this time. And it's from New Zealand, so U.S. is going to get the first 6-on-5 advantage here.
Yeah, their power play, and they've got the advantage in front of the far goal, the Kiwi defensive area.
Yeah, this is the opportunity that they need right here. If they put one in,
and nice work there.
Tighten up. Jane Devon Wolf going to the box. Oh, and here's the push by U.S., and I believe that's going to be in.
It sure looked like it from here. Nice job, USA.
That's a goal for U.S., so we have a game on. 2-1 now.
Very nice puck work and, puck handling there to get through a crowd and forward to a waiting forward. Katrina and into the goal. Well done. Keep doing the same thing. Good intensity.
Nice push there by Katrina, former women's elite player. Now just this year moving over to Masters, and an excellent push by her. She has the speed and the drive to get that done, and that's what she did. And if you're hearing a loud cheers from the crowd happening, we have quite the match going on between France and Australia on the other court as well.
So a women's game?
Another women's Masters game, yes. So two excellent matches here going on.
Yeah, there's some crazy competition.
Yes. All right, so 15 seconds left here in the timeout by New Zealand after U.S. scoring that goal. Probably a good time as the players were just a little bit tired, and they still have Jane in the box there for another 14 seconds. will get the strike. And Jane will be back in shortly for some 6-on-6 hockey. They're going to take it right over to that wall smartly because she'll be jumping in at the top of your screen here. Right about now, she should be coming in the center of the screen. And there she comes. So now New Zealand back to 6-on-6 on the far wall, but a call on the play. And it's against New Zealand for obstruction. So the U.S. continuing with their advantage puck. I think the referees so far in the match, I believe they've done a good job so far, finding a good balance between calls and letting these players play to get some flow. Calls have been pretty good so far from what we've seen.
Yeah, there's definitely the balance. You want to call enough calls that the game doesn't get out of control, but you don't want to change the game with the calls you're making.
We're getting into a little bit of the shadows here as the sun has poked its head out for the afternoon, and when that happens, we lose a little bit of that far side as a result on the view. Gets a lot harder to see.
When the sun is covering the whole pool, it's easier, but we've got half the pool in shadow, so that makes it hard. And advantage to New Zealand.
So the U.S. here trying to get another good drive going, but New Zealand with the advantage here. We'll see how this plays out. 2.5 minutes left to go, or just under that. And New Zealand making a big push here towards the corner of the goal. U.S. getting down. And they managed to clear that out.
Looks like they deflected that. Nice job on the defense, but they're not out of danger yet.
Nice job by the U.S. to clear that out. New Zealand still on the attack, though. It's dangerous at this point. U.S. has to clear it, and they do. And now they need to start to work it up that wall. New Zealand, watch for them to push off the wall if they maintain possession, or if they regain possession. Oh, and it's a glove by the U.S.
And U.S. in their danger zone. New Zealand with the advantage and very close to the goal.
And a nice flick through out to the middle. New Zealand jumping in on it and right on the trough, and that pops through. And I believe that's they're calling it a foul there with a glove that it was punched
in. Yeah.
And so no goal.
Tough break for New Zealand.
Tough break with low time left in the first half, but the U.S. will take that for sure. The tight match here, 2-1.
And USA down very fast, taking good advantage of that.
I believe there's going to be a call made there as she flicked it. It looked like it went up and hit her. And I think that's going to be unsportsmanlike. Yeah.
2
they
minutes.
Are calling for 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike.
Yep. Is that Alen or I can't?
We're not sure. They're sending somebody out. Yep. Yeah, number 6 for 2 minutes.
6.
Yeah,
that's Alen.
Yeah, we saw that on the camera here. We wanted to see if the ref was going to pick that up, and they did.
And so Elen's time out of the pool will carry over into the second half since we only have
the U.S.
10.
needs to survive this next 10 seconds or less here. If they stay down, they can run out the clock here. And they do. Good job by the U.S. to at least hold them off on the advantage at the end of the period where they were in good scoring opportunity there. So. Okay,
and here we are in halftime. And New Zealand up 2-0 over U.S.
2-1.
The 2-1, yeah. Sorry. Oops. Yeah. Oh, my bad. My goodness. No, USA putting it, so it's a very, very close game. I was thinking the one that was pulled back, but that was not a U.S. goal. That's was
right.
Pulled
back. This is a New Zealand one, yes.
So, nice job, both teams. I think New Zealand is perhaps a little bit surprised by the fight that USA is putting up. The first time they met, as I said earlier, the USA was playing their first game of the tournament. The other teams had played the day before. So that's always a bit of a disadvantage. I mean, one team, yes, I suppose could be a little more tired, but mostly these teams come together, especially in the U.S. All the players are so far apart that it takes a little while for them to all get to know each other and see how they're all, play off of each other and get the teamwork going. And it looks like USA has done a good job working through a lot of the kinks in their game, and there's still some there, but much improved.
Yeah, and the other thing too that we have to also think about here is a lot of these teams, they come with more than 10 players, so they decide who to sit, and sometimes that can also affect the game based on who is sitting. And as well as we get further into the competition, the refereeing tends to get a little more consistent. Calls are seen a little bit better, or fouls are seen a little bit better, so we get more calls or more consistent calls being applied, and so that can really change the game overall altogether here. So we'll see how things go in the second half here. They've got a minute left in the halftime.
Yep.
We'll
And
see if both teams make the adjustment. Again, the U.S. is still down 6-on-5 for a minute 45 seconds, so they're going to have to absorb that penalty for the first part of the second period here.
Yep, and it looked like for USA that Juan had a lot to say to them, and hopefully they will take that all to heart. And I think we'll very, very interesting second half. It's still anyone's game. New Zealand up by just 1 point.
Yeah, very tight match. Again, like you said, the first time it was 8-3 against these folks, and now a very tight match so far, 2-1. We'll see if New Zealand puts the foot on the gas, or if U.S. Does that in the second half here.
Yep, as long as whoever keeps their composure and keeps a lot of players on the bottom, I think that's going to be the key to this.
It's going to be an interesting second half for sure. So here we go. Both teams off to the strike. Kelsey Miller from New Zealand getting there first. She's a fairly speedy person. I had the opportunity to play and coach with Kelsey a few times, and that left hand helps as well, being a left-handed player.
Yep, it's a secret weapon for sure. And I think USA only has one lefty on the team at Cat. But I'm
and
not
a good
100%
push here
sure.
by New Zealand, taking advantage of the 6-on-5 for another minute, and
so
that's going
close.
to be one popped in, I believe.
Yeah, that was a nice little pop through.
Just
and
waiting for the confirmation, and it's a goal.
And
so
it's a
that's
goal apparently by number
New
6.
Zealand to go up 3-1 now in the second half. Bridget Cassidy, well done as they charge in from the far wall and seal the goal there.
And USA most certainly can still tie this up. They can put a few more in. It's obviously harder when they've got when New Zealand has a 2-goal lead, but definitely never say never.
They would be well planned to head out towards that wall where their player is going to be getting in next, but New Zealand manages to steal the puck. They do get them over to the far wall, but they're being pressed back, and New Zealand stole that with a big push.
And push it out. Nice job.
She's got to go. She's got to flick that. Couldn't
and the
quite
USA
get
getting the
flick
help.
through.
Okay, nice job. And
Great job.
Beautiful save for USA.
Number 3 coming back, Katrina Finley helping out on the defense there as the U.S. was scrambling on the fast break by New Zealand. Just hold it out to the wall or the corner there. The penalty now over for U.S., but New Zealand still in striking range here, trying to punch
and
it in
there
underneath.
was a buzzer that went off, I think, before that goal. So advantage to USA. That last goal that went in, apparently that was not will not count.
No, and that was good timing for the foul to happen, because they were able to get things moving again here, get reset here.
And Alen with the puck.
Helen makes the flick, tries to punch through. And, Nicole Fabian coming in there for the attack. Just missed.
Uh-oh.
And our camera has gone a little wonky here for a moment, so bear with us as we get
there
that
we go.
restabilized.
We have our expert driver here, got it back under
That's
control.
Right. He's got that under control. All right, Kelsey Miller driving for New Zealand. Curls and drop pass back.
And a lot of New Zealand bodies down there.
Yeah, for
USA
sure. Oh,
and
they
the
make a
danger
good
zone.
push
Oh,
right
okay.
through, and Kelsey picks that up and pops it in. Well done by New Zealand finding the hole there and getting the flick through. And that brings them up to 4-1. Number 12, the Rocket, the lefty, Kelsey Miller, putting that in for New Zealand. We're going to have to watch out for her. Start calling her the sniper. All right, here we go. So as I said, we'd see which team would put their foot on the gas, and it looks like New Zealand's starting to do that. But U.S. can come back. They just need to settle things down here. Still lots of time left in this half, but they got to start now, and they got to start moving.
Yeah, when
Puck gets popped back.
and there's
US,
another call.
Start to take it. There is a call against New Zealand for a free arm.
And
giving a caution to number 9 on New Zealand for free arm.
And it's a very dangerous time for USA when New Zealand's offense.
And a caution for unsportsmanlike to, I believe that's Nicole Fabian. Yes, it is number 7. He's giving
I
her
did
a
not see what that
well.
call was about either, but both teams beware.
Yeah, maybe the two
careful.
of them got into a little bit of a discussion underwater.
Might have been some retaliation if there was a free arm
That's
on one end.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
All right, so New Zealand back on the wall. U.S. trying to hold them up there. Puck pops back out. The two of them going hard right along the wall there. The girls getting down. Got to come in from behind, and they do. Trying to keep things moving down that wall, but New Zealand holding tight. Oh, there's a nice push through by Katrina, I believe.
Good push.
And but it's obstruction.
I'm not sure what all those signals were, but it boils down to obstruction.
It was either Katrina. Actually, that looked like it was Rachel. Yeah, it was Rachel coming through with that big push there. All right, and here we go again. New Zealand with the advantage puck. They throw it right down the wall. And the U.S. trying to get that. Another call on the play. Now we're seeing a lot more calls coming in here.
Stick infringement and advantage to USA.
Stick infringement. He's having a chat with, or had a chat with the New Zealand player there, letting her know we may start seeing some more penalties coming out here soon. With 9 minutes left to play in the second half. All right, both teams down. U.S. making a push here towards the middle. If they can squeak it through, there's the push right on the corner.
So close.
They can't quite do it. They're trying to shuffle it underneath on the second one, and it looks like it may have gone in. And I believe it is.
And
it is.
It
the U.S. finishes and
job,
gets
USA.
the goal.
When you're down 3 goals, it's hard to keep that momentum up, and good on USA to keep trying and pushing, and well done.
Great job.
Following up
well,
your
when
players.
You start going down, you just need a little spark, right? It takes one player or one play, and that was the play to put in the goal. So
yep. Nice job, USA.
4-2. They didn't catch who got it, unfortunately, but good job by U.S. that last goal.
Nice job, I think, Carolyn.
All right, so that's number 2, Elaine Willoughby on the outside there, halfback, holding tight.
And Elaine, I believe,
comes back to Helen Soleil with a nice big flick. They try to cut out to the middle. New Zealand gets cut off there and steals the puck, though. And another call on the play.
Advantage USA.
Stick infringement.
Another
Oh,
stick
the ref is
infringement.
looking to point somebody to the box for 1
Oh
minute.
my, okay.
On New Zealand. This could be the break and the opportunity that U.S. needs here.
So USA power play. We have 7 minutes left
The
in this
captain is
second
going
half.
out for New Zealand. That is Bridget Cassidy. Oh no, it's for this game it's Bridget Cassidy, but it's number 10 Angela Wilson. Angela Whiteman going out for. She's the
what a
captain
push.
for this match.
Nice job.
That's right, pushing it down the wall
And I
there.
believe that's Rachel.
Oh, nice pick
down
play
and
by number 8. That's Gia Richardson.
Long.
Great play.
A lot of holding the ground there. That's good. USA keep that possession. And what a nice play was that.
Pick by Katrina Finley. Oh, drop pass back. Here comes the U.S. on the charge now, trying to finish things off.
And they have
They've
that
gotta
pressure
get one
on.
here.
They have you.
They got 15
think that
seconds
might
left.
go.
If they can pop it in, and it looks like that
And it
it's
did
in
go
the
in.
the goal.
Let's see
We'll
if it
see if it
counts.
is.
And indeed
And it
it
is.
did. Awesome job.
The U.S. is coming back in force here. 4 to 3.
Beautiful job.
It is game on. Helen Soleil finishing that one off.
Nice job. Keeping that pressure up, keeping the bodies down, backing each other up. Beautiful work.
Well, it's like I said, all they need is one good play, and that was the play.
Yeah.
They started one goal ago, and they followed up with another one, took advantage on that 6-on-5 situation. Kiwis timeout. New Zealand getting a little bit scrambled here late in the second half. They need to calm things down. The U.S. getting more and more confidence as the game goes on here, and they're battling back. 4 to 3 for New Zealand right now. So New Zealand's used their timeout in this half. The U.S. still has one that can be used. All right, so both teams had a chance to get a little rest in here. U.S. Making a little line change there before the restart of play, possibly putting in a power line, because they know they need to get one more goal to get this on even terms again. And here we go after the restart. And to the strike we go. Both teams getting there about the same time. The Kiwis try to shove it to the outside. Oh, and a nice pick by the Kiwis as they drive it down the wall. Oh, and that's a big pick, and the race back as they're going to get the goal there.
And they
Wow.
broke through. Very nice job on the Kiwi part.
They made a great play. It looked like the U.S. didn't have a last person back as they committed too far forward, and that is scored now by Jenny Catran, number 3 for New Zealand, to put them up now 5 to 3 in this match. So
And it's easy to get hungry and just overcommit a little bit. Hopefully USA just regroup. Don't let it happen again. Keep playing that game.
What it looked like. All right, so they'll try again. Katrina Finley on the face-off, trying to get that. New Zealand picked that back up again. And they tried to punch that out to the wall, but New Zealand managed to still maintain possession and continue the drive. And they trade possession back and forth here along that far wall. And a call on the play. And it's against the U.S. for stick infringement. Oh, and going out for 2 minutes. I believe that may be number 6, Helen Soleil again. And White is now going to call a timeout as a result of that.
Yeah, good good call. That's a hard hit to lose Ellen right now in their lineup. 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, she won't
and
be
they will
happy
just
with
have
that call.
to regroup.
Unfortunately, these things happen, and when you get a little more consistent and experienced refs in the water, they start to see things much more clearly. And it looks like that's the case right now in this match. So 4 minutes left to play in the second half here.
And
5
Len
to
is
3.
out for 2 of those, so USA or New Zealand on a power play for half the rest of the remaining time, unless we get some kickouts from the other direction. But
U.S. is going
it's
to
a
have
rough
to
position to be in.
try to hold them off at least. Play some defensive hockey. Unless they can find a way to get a breakout at 6-on-5. It's not impossible. That's
that buzzer was going off before then, but
all over that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the right call there.
Loving, yeah, that call started coming before that for that last bobble there too. But okay, USA, I'm sure very happy to get it out of their defensive zone.
All right, so the U.S. getting a bit of a break there with the foul. And they start with the advantage puck coming up the wall. Good plan. Kiwis down, though, in numbers. Look at them stacking the bodies there. Just like a freight train on the back wall, or on the side wall, I mean. They're trying to drive it down the wall and get it pushed back and get the U.S. on their heels. Puck does shoot back. They're looking to cut across to the open territory now. Can't do it. Good shutdown by the U.S. as they tried to cut across, and now they find some open pool.
And there's that break.
Got a call, an obstruction.
And it looks like advantage USA, I believe.
Yes, against the Kiwis. So good job, the U.S. running down this penalty now. Down to about 20 seconds by the time this advantage puck starts left in the penalty. And they're going to have 2 minutes left in the game to try and put in 2 more goals, so we'll see what happens.
And USA had a nice drive going, lost the puck, got it right back, driving again, and Kiwis taking it back.
And they're holding it up on that wall. Here's going to come Helen right in the middle of your screen here. She drops into the play. She'll cut over to the backside. There she is getting in, drops in the backside now. As she comes down right there to attack just in time. And she's looking for some help here as she's under pressure by 2 Kiwis, and they push the goal in. She tried to make the flick to the outside in desperation, being 2-on-1 charged. And the Kiwis now go up 6-3 late in the second half. Kate Devaney, nice job on the charge there, finishing that one off, number 4.
And just over a minute of playtime left.
All right, with just over a minute left to play. We'll see if there's time for one more big push from either team here.
And wow, just
New Zealand
relentless,
made a big push there.
Very nice play. And then still on the end of a long run, staying down and finishing up that play. And very well done.
Almost intercepted that by the U.S. Almost intercepted that.
Yeah.
Kiwi, though, picked it and curled.
And
a call again by the referees. And we're going to have a
gloving and
against New Zealand.
USA still has a chance to put another one in.
Yeah, they need to make one big run right here. If they can. They got to find a seam to get the puck through to do that, though. And there they go. They do a nice little curl.
Nice job looking for teammates.
Here they come. Oh, they lost the puck. They overshot just barely. Oh, and they're trying to chase her down.
Nice.
Does she have enough? She's trying. She still got it. Oh, and finally, she had better position on her.
Yep.
She curled, and
way
the
to
U.S.
follow
player
that
just
up.
got pushed up slightly. Not her fault there.
And that is 20 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
So that will
I believe
likely
that
be
was
game. It's enough. They'll
Carolyn
play it out.
Erdman that tried to shut that down on the chase
It
back.
was a very good effort, but she didn't quite have the body position, and the New Zealand player really followed up and strong and would not
took one
relent
of those
on that.
unfortunate bounces, like I said, right, and just shot through on the opposite side. And
Yep.
and that looks like it's the half. And so the game now over 7-3, almost the same score as the previous time the two
I
met.
believe it's 8-3 last time. So
8-3, they counted the last goal. Oh, apologies, we missed marking one. So it is
okay.
the same score as the last time they played, 8-3. So
wow.
nothing changed,
Well,
I guess, from the first and second
I
time.
still think it was played very differently, but yes, that was a very good game.
I think
USA
the US
hopefully not sad with the way they played that. I thought they did a very good job.
Yeah.
New Zealand was a strong team.
I think the U.S. had a really, really good first half, and they let things slip a little bit in the second half, and that's what started to cost them because the game was very tight up until the first half there, and New Zealand came out and put in a few goals early in the second half, and may have deflated them a little bit, and they did a good job though charging back. They brought it back, tightened up.
Yeah,
to 4-3
they kept fighting the whole time, and the New Zealand ladies very, very good at following up their own plays.
Yeah.
And if they lost possession a little bit, they wouldn't give up, just stay down.
Yeah.
It's very well played.
I think the big thing that cost the U.S. in this one was probably the penalties, especially that really affected them. Less players and more tired players at that point.
Right,
so.
and that's mentally that's just a hard. When you're one down.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep playing the same game.
For sure. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, folks, for this great match here between these two teams. We've got another excellent match coming up next, so don't miss it. It is Australia Men's Elite versus Turkey Men's Elite coming up shortly.
Oh, that promises to be a heck of a game.
Yeah, that's going to be a great match. So stay tuned for more live underwater hockey.
And thanks for watching.
Supposed to warm down in the other pool, are they?
Yeah, they're not